recycle, and do other various tasks that are eco-friendly. But what many don't discuss enough is something that each of us interact and connect with every day. This is food. You think that the amount of greenhouse gases produced by agriculture is more than the amount of greenhouse gases produced by transportation and electricity combined? Food is a part of our everyday lives. Our bodies depend on it. By making different food choices, we can change our earth and ourselves. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the proverb, you are what you eat. But you can also imply that the world is what you eat. Think about what you ate this morning for breakfast. Where did it come from? If someone had asked me this question a few months ago, I would have said that it came from my fridge. But really, how did my food get here? How far did it travel to get to my plate? When did its journey begin? I first came across a book called The Omnivore's Dilemma, which got me thinking about where my food came from. Then I got involved with a course called the Vancouver Sustainability Toolbox, which is a course for high school students passionate about saving our earth. We went canoeing and camping and visited a waste-to-energy facility and a farmer's market. We also spent a lot of time at a food garden, where we talked about food systems and gardening in the community. This experience guided me to realize exactly why our food is important. Why is our food important? By making different food choices, we decide what we take away or add to our planet, and also decide what goes into our body. Many of you know that eating seasonally, locally, and organically is environmentally friendly. But that's not the only reason we should care more about what we're eating. Eating seasonally, locally, and organically is also healthier for your body. It means that the food you're eating is fresh and isn't imported and preserved from across the world. Making meat choices also has a big impact on your body and the environment. For example, eating chicken and fish not only has a much smaller carbon footprint compared to pork and beef, but it also has more protein and less fat. In so many ways, eating environmentally friendly is eating healthier for you. Eating seasonally, locally, and organically doesn't just mean that the food you're eating, that you aren't putting chemicals into the earth. It also means that the food you're eating is not filled with chemicals and endangering your body. An urgent problem that takes place all around the world is food shortage. Earth's population is growing rapidly. There are already so many people around the world who are starving. Scientists everywhere are trying to find a way to increase food production to feed 9 billion people by 2050, and at the same time not create further environmental damage to our world. Although you may not feel directly affected by this problem right now, it will soon be linked to all of us. If you don't do something about this, in the near future, we simply won't have enough food to eat. Ironically, food waste is also a big problem, especially in North America. Every year, a lot of food is wasted. Not only that, there's an overwhelming amount of overeating and obesity that occurs. The average American eats 1,996 pounds of food every year. When we eat at a restaurant, often too much food is ordered, and as a result, there's food left over. This happens all the time, and when I'm in this situation, I either feel guilty that all the food is being wasted and going to the landfills, or I feel obligated to stuff the rest down and it ends up in my stomach. Either way, this is causing a problem. Overeating is not just intensifying our starvation problem around the world, but it's not healthy. My great-grandfather once said to stop eating when you're 80% full, because if you eat until you're really full, then often you've overeaten. He was healthy and lived to an old age of 95 years. A simple way to solve overeating is to just order or prepare what you need. Order a practical amount, and if you're really still hungry at the end, then order more. Around 300,000 people die from illnesses related to obesity every year. If we eat healthy and responsibly, we can prevent this and make a difference to the body and our world. I believe that one way to stop food waste and overeating is to appreciate your food more. Growing your food will guide you to value it more after putting effort and care into producing it. At the same time, you can develop a connection with nature. Taking action and being part of a food garden has so many benefits. After the hard work of growing your food, you're rewarded with a delicious, fresh product that you know is healthy and chemical-free. You don't have to pay for it or prepare for its transportation, and you know the path it took and exactly how it got on your plate. When you're connected to nature, you can see what's happening and changing around you. If you can't start your own garden, you can still take action by being part of a community garden or helping out at your school's food garden. Any healthy connection to nature is rooting ourselves into the earth. Food is something that all of us can directly control in our daily lives. We have to stop taking food for granted and start thinking about where our food came from. Taking care of your food is taking care of yourself and the earth. So my message to you is to eat less, eat naturally, eat sustainably, eat seasonally, eat locally, and eat organically. Remember that if we can all think and be aware of this when we're eating or buying food, we can make a huge difference to our environment and our body. Thank you.